back with a new informative and beneficial video for all of you. I am Divya Galot and he is Deepak Sharma from Ibis Filing India Private Limited. Before we start, let me thank all you beautiful people for the wonderful response and support for our last videos. Yes, your support encourages us to come up with a new video every week.
Exactly. So today we thought of discussing two different business structures in one single video.
So Deepak, we get inquiries from many people who are willing to start a business, but they do not know what business structure they should choose.
Yeah, absolutely. It happens many times that they choose the business structure that in normal terms they should not have chosen.
And that is why it is important to choose right business structure.
Yeah, so we are here to clear your doubts and tell you the pros and cons of two different important business structures, that is OPC and a private limited.
And without wasting much time, let us get started. Now, let us get started with the meaning of OPC and PLC. So, if you talk about OPC, then according to the Companies Act 2013, one person company is the company which has only one person as its member. We can say that OPC is a hybrid of corporate form of business and sole proprietorship. And also, it is provided with the concession in compliance requirements as compared to other business structure. Well, if we talk about OPC, then we can say that it is the easiest form of corporate entity if there is only one person who is willing to start a business.
So, if we talk about a private limited company, it is a much different form of business than a one person company. In a private limited company, the number of members can be minimum 2 and it can go maximum up to 200. Also, the liability of the members in a private limited company is limited to the shares held by them. Moreover, this is the biggest advantage of private limited company.
So before we jump to talk about comparison between two business structures, Deepak, let us talk about advantages of PLC and OPC.
Yes, of course. So if I talk about the advantages of private limited company, there are certain advantages to private limited company. First, there is no minimum capital requirement. Second, there are certain tax benefits under Income Tax 1961 to private limited company. Basically, FDI also allowed in a privately limited company by automatic and a government route. It is a separate legal entity with a flexible system. Now, Divya, if I ask you about the advantages of OPC, do they have any advantages?
Of course, Deepak, OPC also has certain advantages. If we talk about OPC, that is decision making in OPC, then it is very easy as there is only one person who takes all the decision. And in OPC, there is no need to hold annual general meeting and also other legal requirement which is mandatory in private limited company. In OPC, ROC and annual compliances are less as compared to other business structures. Now, if we sit and talk about the comparison between two business structures, then we can say that there are few similarities and numerous differences between the two business structures.
Okay, so Divya, let us talk about the similarities between both OPC and a private limited company. One thing is for sure that they are both separate legal entity, that is, they are treated as different individuals in the eyes of law.
In both OPC and private limited, the tax rate is 30% and also the liability is limited. We can say that in OPC, the sole owner and in private limited company, the shareholders have limited liability to the extent of their share.
Also, the governing authority for both OPC and private limited company is same, that is Ministry of Corporate Affairs, and they are governed by Companies Act 2013. In addition to that, both the companies, that is OPC and private limited company, are required to file their annual returns to Registrar of Companies in the form of MGT 7 and AOC 4.
Also, in both OPC and private limited, there is mandatory requirement of statutory audit. Though we have talked about many similarities between two business structure, but we cannot deny the fact that both the business structure are completely different from each other. So if we talk about the major differences between two forms of business structure, that is OPC and PLC, then the first point is related to members required. So in OPC, the minimum and maximum number of members required is limited to only one.
But in private limited company, we require minimum 2 members and it can be maximum 200.
And the second point of difference is related to minimum share capital. That is, in OPC, there is no requirement of minimum share capital.
In private limited company also, there is no requirement of minimum paid up share capital.
But in OPC, if share capital exceeds 50 lakh, then the OPCs automatically gets converted into private limited. If we talk about number of directors required in both the forms of businesses, then in OPC, the minimum number of directors required is 1 and the maximum can be reached to 15.
Okay, while in case of private limited company, we require minimum 2 number of directors and it can be maximum up to 15.
If we talk about board meeting, then OPC is required to hold a board meeting once in 6 months and the gap between the two board meetings must be at least 90 days.
And in case of private limited company, we require to hold board meeting one in each quarter and the gap should not exceed 120 days.
So if we talk about transfer of shares in both form of businesses, that in OPC it is bit tricky as it requires to alter the MOA.
While in case of private limited company, it is very easy to transfer shares from one person to another. Also, it is interesting to note that apart from public limited company, private limited company is the only form of business which can raise funds from venture capitalists and angel investors.
Talking about foreign direct investment, OPC is not eligible for foreign direct investment by any means.
While private limited company can have foreign direct investment through automatic route.
And if we talk about company name, then according to the naming guidelines given by MCA, OPC should end with suffix OPC Private Limited.
While in case of private limited company, it should end with private limited as a suffix.
Lastly, let us talk about what kind of businesses should choose private limited company and what kind of businesses should choose one person company. Well, for one person company, it is suitable for the person, a single person who is willing to start a business. And also when the capital requirement is less than 50 lakhs and the annual turnover is less than 2 crores.
While in case of private limited company, when there are more than one person who wishes to start the business together, then private limited company is for you.
And this leads to the end of the video. I hope this video was informative for you. But still, if you have any query or need any assistance in opening one person company or private limited company, then you can drop your contact details below in the comment section. Our team will get in touch with you soon.
Also, you may connect to one of our team members through the contact details mentioned below in the description box.
And if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. And also don't forget to press the bell icon as we would be coming up with the new videos. Till that, take care and be compliant.